our guest is an eminent Indian yoga guru who stands at the forefront of preserving and innovating the ancient discipline of yoga. As the director of the Yoga Institute, a venerable institution dating back in the 1918, she not only upholds time-honored traditions but also assumes the role of a distinguished TV personality. Her impressive academic credentials, including a PhD, reflect her scholarly commitment to yoga. Notably, her book, Yoga for All, represents a culmination of a century's worth of research by the Yoga Institute. Her illustrious accolades, including the National Yoga Award bestowed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, underscore her profound impact on the field. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Hansaji Yogendra to I.I.M.U.N's Role Model Series. Thank you so much for doing this, ma'am.
Welcome. Namaste to everybody.
So I'll just start on with the question. So, ma'am, you are an undoubted inspiration to many who seek to pursue yoga and wellness in their life.
Yes.
And your guidance and decades of experience enrich many lives. You studied law and then also got a PhD in complementary medicine. So can you tell us about how your journey with yoga began?
Okay. Well, in the childhood, you go through your usual education, schooling, college, university. But the point is, in my case, my school had given a very strong impact in my personality because I was studying in a school which was based on Gandhiji's principle, where we used to clean everything with our hands. It was like work value every work and don't hate anything. So that education was given. And we were made to do everything together. So self-reliance was the main thing. Then we were spinning and becoming more self-reliant. And then we had bhajans and all that, and Bhagavad Gita, where we would be spinning the charkha. And this is how that made a strong impact in my personality. That way, I'm coming from a very affluent family. I have never washed even a single spoon with my hand because all helpers and servants were there in the house. But in school, that education made a very strong effect. Okay, school got over, college and all that. But I found that the whole study of college and all that had no much value as such. I was not so happy with all the studies. You study, you mug up, you appear in your exam, you pass, that is all okay. But it didn't do anything good in my life as such. There was no, I couldn't find any goal or purpose in life with these school studies. In any case, then I did law. Why I had to do it? Because then I started suffering from severe health issue. Cold, cough, sinusitis, asthma, allergy, all that stuff. And so that my science education stopped because any smell will bother me. So I went for law. Enjoyed law, but not for the life. Studying, no. I mean, life management, no. And by side, I was coming to the Yoga Institute. And I learned yoga. And I realized that yoga is much, much more than just a physical activity, because physical activity I was doing from my childhood. All sorts of asanas, pranayams, meditation, all those I was doing right from my childhood. My body was absolutely flexible. Now I also, at the age of 76, my body is flexible. But the point was that my asthma was there. And then I started listening to the lectures. And then I realized that how mind plays a very strong impact on body. That really opened my eyes because I was very perfectionist, sensitive person. Anybody, if he behaves little rudely, I can't handle, or anybody doesn't answer properly, I would get angry. Sometimes you express anger, sometimes you keep quiet. If person is elderly, you keep quiet. But that was my journey. And so I came to this subject, yoga. And once I studied yoga, because yoga is psychology and philosophy, both, and technology, asanas, pranayams, meditation. Technology I knew, but psychology, philosophy, when I went deeper, I realized that I have to go within. I have to watch myself. I have to develop more sensitivity and awareness about myself. And that's how I cured my asthma. Asthma is my history. Now, no more of any of these things. But this is how I started yoga with. And then my purpose was very clear, to help all those people who are ignorant. They suffer because of ignorance. They suffer because they don't know how to go about in life when problems come. That could be health problem, there could be psychological problem, interpersonal problems, any problems. You should know how to manage that. And all that is given in yoga. It's a very complete subject. And so I was into yoga, and then that is my life now. I am helping lakhs and lakhs of people in this field now.
That is such a
Yes.
commendable. I
Yes.
mean, your journey is inspiring. And I'm talking about people, like right now you just mentioned, even something like mental health is a topic which is widely spoken,
Yes.
and especially amongst the youth of today. And what are your thoughts on this, and how can people upkeep their mental health and also understand what it means to have mental illness?
It's a very good question. I tell you, every human should know that in our personality, mind supersedes body. If mind is disturbed, if mind is away from happy state, then mind is not happy, mind is sick. And that can cause problems at body level. Root cause of all disease lies in mind. Everybody should understand that. But what is happening nowadays, that people take mental disease very negatively. They don't realize that that is also a disease, like a blood pressure and diabetes and joint pains and all that, and that should be handled quickly. They don't realize. They don't want to go to psychiatrists. They don't want to tell to people that they are into depression, or they are having various other thoughts, or they have some weird thinking about it, or they see some figures and they don't know how to go about it. They hear some sounds and they don't know how to go about. Like it is like a schizophrenia, it is like a obsessive compulsive disorders, and so many. Depression is very common, but people don't want to talk about it. But I would definitely tell everybody that you should immediately identify that your mind is not remaining in a happy state.
Mm.
Something is going bothering you, and you should be talking about it. You should be talking to some wise person who is there around. I mean, wise person, not those who have problems themselves, because that will add to your problem. Some such person is required. That's why the place of guru, or the place of such wise person who
Mm.
can help you to come back to balanced state. Yoga is a subject for mind only. The definition of yoga is complete mastery over mind is yoga. That is yoga. Or balanced state of mind is yoga. Or excellence in work is yoga. Thinking before action is yoga, and not reacting in life is yoga. This is definition of yoga. So once person learns yoga properly and understands psychology and philosophy of yoga, and helps technology use to settle his mind down. Mind is upset, come on, sit quietly, take long breaths, mind would calm down. Or you are a little physically very feeling very upset about it, come on, do some asanas and develop more energy level, develop more strength in your body wherever the problem is, and come out of it. Come with a willpower and strength. All that is possible with yoga. And that's why I say that every young person or everybody must learn this subject, yoga, systematically, a holistic yoga.
Mm.
And that would really help. Mental health should never be neglected. Rather, that will really create lots of problems, not just for you, but for everybody around you,
Mm.
family members and everybody around, even office. One depressive person in office or one aggressive person in office can cause depression to everybody, or
Mm.
depressive person can, so it will create a problem.
Mm.
So person must give importance to mental health, and yoga can do quite a lot there.
That is
Yes.
very right thing that you said. And so, ma'am, you just talked about how, that if your mental health is affected, then it affects people around you as well. So what can we do as, we most of us may have friends who are going through something. So what can we do to help them when we are ourselves not a professional
Yes.
who can actually?
So what you should be doing is, as a friend, you should just see that person doesn't sit quietly and thinks. Person should be made physically active. When
Hmm.
mind is weak, understand this formula well. When mind is weak, body should take over. So mentally person is sick, person has this and that obsessive compulsive disorder behavior. Person should be more physical. Go for a long run, go for do some badminton and tennis and volleyball and play all these games. Go and watch some movie. Go and see that you are into nature. Nature gives you tremendous strength. So garden, river, sea, and these areas. So a group of friends can help,
Hmm.
but friends should not talk about what are you thinking and what are you doing. Don't talk like that. Just make that person physically more healthy and more
Hmm.
active, and mind also will calm down. And then analyze with a wise person that why,
Hmm.
what is you do, what are you doing, and now what you should be doing. We always say write 10 positive points. Whatever good has happened in a day, think about it and write it down. Depressive person will say what is good in life,
Hmm.
everything is bad. But
Hmm.
train train the mind, and all of you should start and saying that come on, let me see what is good, what good you did. Come on, you saw sun rising, you saw flower blooming, you
Hmm.
smelled lovely things in nature. Children were playing and laughing and giggling and falling down and getting up and running.
Hmm.
All these are so positive things that we don't see only. We run around here, we go near a garden, but we don't take time to smell the flower and enjoy that
Hmm.
fragrance. That is missing. And so we should do all these things. And friends should help that person in that fashion. Not in analyzing, not in asking, how are you? Never ask anybody, how are you? Better better do something to make him feel happy. You must have some jokes to crack. You must have some nice stories to tell. And that's how the mind would become better.
That is so rightly said, ma'am. And like writing 10 things down every day and
Yes,
journaling good things. I think even The Secret, one of their books also talks about this, where,
yes,
every
yes,
day you should 10
yes, yes,
things that so I
yes,
think that is a practice we all can definitely inculcate in our lives.
yes, yes, yes. See,
And
world
ma'am,
world is world is full of good and bad. All varieties are there in the world. Now you will have to focus more on good. If you focus on bad thoughts will come, and fear, tension, anxiety will come. See something good, wonderful, and that would give you strength and balance. So it's our choice to see good or bad, to feel good or bad, to get hurt or not to get hurt. It is our choice, and we should take that choice. Yeah,
yes, the law of attraction talks about the same, how, if you have
exactly.
positive thoughts, things will attract to you.
Correct. Yoga says
Uh,
that.
yes, definitely. I think that is something we are definitely going to take away from this. Ma'am, moving forward, coming back to yoga. Yoga is as ancient as it is, and it has also evolved with time.
Yes.
So, what are solutions that you have noted, especially in the way that it has been received by the younger generations?
See, yoga has been evolving, and whether in the material world everything is changeful, yoga also has to be refined and changed according to the time. Earlier, yoga was taught, no scientific reasons were given. Sit with eyes closed, and that's it. Now,
Hmm.
why do I close my eyes? When I sit, what happens? People need scientific analysis, and that we should be able to give. We should be able to make them intellectually understand what is required, when is required, why it is required, how it is to be done, and so on. So, the Yoga Institute, we have done lots of such changes in life. In overall, in olden times, the traditional yoga, there are varieties of yoga: Hatha Yoga, Raj Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Tantra Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Lay Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, lots of yoga. Now, what a normal householder should apply. That we are teaching, which is a holistic approach, which is a traditional yoga. All traditional gurus were householders. They had their family, children, they were earning their livelihood, all of them. Nobody was recluse, sadhu, sannyasi. That trend came later on. But then we have to make changes. Like I give you a simple example. In old times, our grandmothers and so on, they would have so many children, five, six, seven. If I tell you, very easily delivery would take place. There was no big fuss made about delivery and children and breastfeeding and all that. Nothing. It was going on very easily. Now, see the time. Now every woman is afraid. Pregnancy, my God, I'll have to go through lots of pain. So many problems will come because of the ignorance. They don't know how to go about with pregnancy. So Yoga Institute, we started the pregnancy course, prenatal, postnatal. We saw the need, and now they know how to deliver, what they should be doing. What child does or what doctors do is their problem. What I should do is my situation. So we tell them, what is your role when you deliver? What is your role when you are pregnant? What is your responsibility? And once we educate them, after all, they are intelligent people now, children, and they learn and they deliver very well, painless delivery, no problem. So we have to make changes. See how many people have a problem of sleep. We have made a special program to see that you sleep well, how to sleep well, how to keep your mind in a particular wavelength so that you can sleep well. So according to the time, you have to make changes in yoga management also. And that's what we have been doing, and we should be doing always. The need of the hour should be understood, and the language which you should use should be according to the time which is there, but keeping the essence of tradition, because tradition is telling you where you should emphasize, and everywhere the emphasis is on mind. Do everything,
True.
but with a balanced state,
So
and
always,
surrender, whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
so always adapting to whatever's coming, but also keep traditions that have existed through
That's right.
generation.
That's right. That's
Um, and also, of course, ma'am, yoga is one of India's greatest exports to the world. And
yes.
how do you think the world globally is adapting to yoga? And what we can further as Young India towards strengthening this?
I tell you, earlier, when I was there, just my mother-in-law was there, father-in-law. At that time, people used to get frightened. Yoga means, my God, person will become recluse, and it would be a problem. Ladies used to cry if their husband comes to the institute, because now he'll become recluse. That that was there. That understanding of yoga was absolutely perverted. Then slowly a stage came when people started coming. Earlier there was little middle-aged people would come. Then slowly teenagers and youngsters started coming, because they realized that they also have lots of problems. In teenagers, lots of stress, tension, anxiety is there. And because of that, they can't sleep well physically. They catch cold very easily, problems very easily, and they get hurt very easily. Sensitive. Some girl tells me, Hansaji, I'm so touchy sensitive that if I say hello to somebody and that somebody didn't do that, I can't sleep whole night, because that is, but fine, we teach them how to deal with all these things around. So they need proper education. And youngsters are coming. Now the situations are different. Institute is full of youngsters. And all such people, they have done their CA, they have done their MBAs, they have done their MBBS, they have been uh, physical training people, such people, physiotherapists, and there are housewives and business people also, and such youngsters who want to go abroad and settle down. First, better they learn yoga, how to take care of themselves, take care of their mind, how to deal with others, all that, and then they go. So now situations are different. Thanks to Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, who made yoga globally accepted. He announced International Yoga Day also. And that made a big difference, I tell you. Because of that, so many countries are now following yoga, whatever way, but they are following yoga. And things are moving ahead, and it would be done. This should go on. World is full of, what can I say? Lots of problems are there. Pain, suffering is there right from the beginning. So yoga is the solace. Yoga will really help everybody. That's the whole
It is so true.
point.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And ma'am, as a yoga acharya who is well ahead of their time, and with the yoga show on the television in the 80s, what do you think the digital revolution with social media and other platforms has done for the learning and teaching yoga? And how has it
Okay.
become easier?
See, in 80s, when I was on DD, Doordarshan, that program had become such a big hit. Whole family members would come and sit the moment my program would come. That program was very popular. And we did lots of such things. People started knowing me. People started just hearing my voice and saying, Hansaji. So that much it was strong impact. And they showed my program 3 times, again repeated, and so on and so forth. So this was going on. But then I took a back seat. They wanted me to continue, but then I saw that my family was suffering because I was not there. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my son, my institute was not getting me sufficiently. And so I said I should be doing my duty and all this will be fine. So whatever is done is done. And I left it. Now things are different. Now everybody can be in the world. Earlier it was my time, but everybody can be. Anybody can make their program and go on YouTube, go on WhatsApp and all that. Anybody can do anything. So what a big change has occurred now. And fine, we are spreading the message, and you will find varieties of such yoga teachers on YouTube and all that. The point is, when everything becomes so easily available, it has lots of malice also, some problems also. With yoga, what happens is just few asanas you learn and you become a yoga guru, yoga teacher. Such things are happening. And people within 15 days of training, they become yoga teachers and they start globally. Somebody who can speak strongly, somebody can show off their body and all that, he becomes a very popular person. And such things are going on. So little caution is required. Person has to check whether whatever is taught, whether the teacher is following himself or not, and whether difficult asana is required or not, because we have done lots of research to see that you don't need to twist and turn so much your body. That you should do more with mind, adjust to mind, tolerate the nonsense, and do your part with best of your capacity. All that is training of mind. But physically, you don't have to do so much of twisting and turning. And you can simplify. You should do something, but simplify the habits depending upon your condition. As a householder, if you are traveling too much, your back is little hurt, you should do something to strengthen your back muscles. Or you are standing for long, you should do something to strengthen your calf muscles. Such things you should learn from the technology part of yoga. And doing 10-15 minutes of asanas or half an hour of asana and saying I've done yoga is not the way yoga is. Yoga is a holistic. It deals with everything: what you eat, how you sleep, how you manage, how, with whom you are dealing with, what type of work you are involved with. Everything has to be understood, and accordingly yoga has to be applied. So we should become more aware about ourselves, more sensitive about ourselves, and bring the whole approach to life, that whatever we do, we think before doing. Whatever we do, there should be purpose behind it in doing our action, and do the action. So that's yoga. And but
So we should
it has grown. The digital media has made it globally accepted, no doubt.
That is true, even though it's globally just and aware of what we are getting into.
Yes, yes.
And also, ma'am, at I.I.M.U.N, in the 220 cities and 35 countries that we are present in, we ensure that all the student participants do yoga so that it becomes a practice of their daily routine. And even at
Very good.
I.I.M. Does meditation every day. So, what are some everyday things that you would suggest for young people that they can include their routine for their overall wellness?
Okay. Actually, you all are doing very good job. All these things are inculcated in your day-to-day routine is fine. But there are certain other things which should bring in your routine. The one is diet, your food, what you are eating, how much you are eating, when you are eating, how you are eating. All this is very important. Second, your physical activities, what activities you are doing. If you are sitting for long, become aware. Yoga is a science of awareness. Become aware that I am sitting for long. Let me get up and little bit move, go to the window, look at something which is very far, because whole day I'm sitting with close object, and so optic nerves are getting stressed. See something very far. So this little idea of while working, becoming aware of yourself, how you sit, how you stand, what you do, and make changes there. In between, switching off for some time is very important. You see, if you have time, I give you one research work done. So there were two groups of people given the same type of machine, same machine. But the instruction was that you can run machine only for 7 hours at a stretch. Then the motor becomes very hot, you have to switch off. So group A would just run machine for 7 hours in a day and switch off, and the time is over. Group B was following yoga. They would switch on for 2 hours and switch off for 15 minutes. Go to window, take 1 or 2 long breaths, stretch themselves, put little food on time in mouth, and again start. And this is how they were running the machine. Totally, they were running the machine more than 12 hours, full day and night. And what could be the result? I tell you. The result was that first group of machine after 1 year started giving some or other trouble, because that 7 hour of continuous running caused quite a lot of stress into certain things. So certain parts would get spoiled always. Second group of machine is running since last 40 years. Not a single thread also is broken. So this is machine. We are much, much more superior. We should remember this idea that work and little switching off is the way youngsters should be functioning. You are driving speedily, but when the speed breaker is there, you slow down, no? Otherwise, you will give a thud. Car will brake and your back will break. You slow down. Then you slowly go over the speed breaker and then you run again. This is the policy for life, for work. They should sleep also very well. Good sleep can really help you to solve big, big problems. Psychologically, physiologically, problems could be solved. You catch cold very often, sleep 1 hour more. You have cancer, sleep 1 hour more. You have aches and pains, sleep 1 hour more, and see your health will improve fast. So you are obesity, sleep 1 hour more. Obesity will come. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Yes. Something went technology. Okay.
We should be cautious.
Yes. So we have to understand that these little things should be added. That way your program is very good. Those things should be done. Whenever chance, close your eyes and sit. Take 1 or 2 long breaths. Breathing is so important. That become aware of your breath and don't waste your time in life. You see, youngsters must know that time waste is gone. It's not right. They should be focusing on work. And when do you waste your time? Do you know? When you go either in your past, this happened, that happened, I should have done that, I didn't do that, and so on. Or you go to your future. I will do this and worry about future. Both way, you are wasting your time. learn to be in present and focus on your job, which is there in your hand, and see progress is always going to be there. So this is yoga. Learn to live and do your part here. So youngsters should follow all these things and use yoga holistically. We use the word ahar, food, vihar, rest, recreation, sleep, achar, your routines. When you get up, when you sleep, you should wake up before sunrise at least, and your first meal should be at around sunrise and last meal at the around of sunset. And after that, you don't eat. That little discipline you follow, you will be fit. So achar and vichar, how do you think? Your attitude towards life. All these areas also have to be attended by youngsters. Then everything should be fine.
Yeah. So true. So
yes.
ahar, achar and
ahar, vihar, achar and vichar. AV.
Yes. We will definitely take away. And ma'am, you just mentioned that we should wake up and eat our first meal, and we should eat our last meal during the sunset. So, I mean, if we should wake up before the sunrise, what is the adequate amount of sleep that one should be getting? Because before you also mentioned that we should be well rested and we should get proper sleep.
That's why at night before going to bed, so you have to sleep early to get up early. Early means what? 6:37, and that is not early, before sunrise. At least you should get up. So by 10:30, 11, at least you must be sleeping 10:30. So 10:30 to 6:30, it's a very nice 8 hours of sleep. Out of 8 hours, in the beginning, you condition yourself. You sit in your bed and take few breaths and calm your mind down, remove your fatigue out. 3 hours before sleep, you should be eating. Don't eat later on, because body is busy digesting your food. Body has become active. Your body is not sleeping. You think you are sleeping. So you should eat early, and your dinner has to be light and not heavy. It should be simple dinner. It could be khichdi and soup, such simple dinner, and that would be good for your health. And getting up in the morning before sunrise so that you can see sun rising, that would be beautiful at least. And look at the sky, be with nature, look sun rising, take sun rays on your face. Sun is so important for our health. How much people have deficiency of D3 nowadays, and pains and aches and
that is
fear
true.
and anxiety. Sun is not given to us. So any part of your body, sun should go, but morning sunrise you should see and take sun on your face. That would keep your sinuses healthy, your respiratory system healthy, and your skin healthy. Everything should be fine. So all such things should be done. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, my next question is, who has a role model, and what is that one lesson?
Okay. Who was my role model, you are asking me? Huh?
And what one lesson that they have taught you?
Well, I would say my role model was my husband, Dr. Jaydev, who was very much focused on doing his duties in life. He was an embodiment of duty. He would take care of parents, he would take care of me, my son, child, and lakhs of people coming to the institute. And people would come with their problems, they have this and that, and he would help everybody out. And just full time involved in all these activities, doing his duty. Even eating his food very focusedly, he will just eat symbolically, not too much, and not, on time, little simple food, just doing his duty in all the areas. And when I saw that, and I could see that that's the best way to live life. You see, in Mahabharata, the person who has written Mahabharata, Vyas, after finishing that epic, what does he say? He says that I'm shouting at the top of my voice with both arms upraised, that you people, why you people are not doing your duties in life? If you do your duty, you will get everything: name, fame, money, position, everything. But alas, nobody is listening to me. And so this Mahabharata. That's the message. That's the message. And this is the message we have written even in our institute. And we all believe that finally we should be doing our responsibilities, our duties. You get knowledge when you do your duty. You become more objective in life when you do your duty. And you develop good amount of positive strength, confidence when you do your duty. So we should be doing our duty. And that's how I learned from my husband. Yes, Dr. Jaydev. Yes.
On our duty and that we fulfill everything that
And
needs to be
live.
done.
That's it. That's it. Yes.
And ma'am, now the last segment is a short rapid where I will
Oh my God.
say, where
Okay.
I'll say a word. First thing that comes to your mind, you say that.
Okay. Tell me.
So the first is yoga.
Okay. A science of life, way of life. Everybody should follow.
Okay. Next word is pranayam.
Well, control, mastery over your energy, which everybody should become aware of.
Okay.
Breath.
The next word is gratitude.
Gratitude. Gratitude, every moment person should have in life. Count your blessings, feel positive, and do your work. As I said, be happy doing your work. Feel gratitude that you have work and feel happy and do it.
Your comfort food.
My comfort food, sattvic food, fruits. Fruits, that's it.
Your favorite asan.
My favorite asana is Sarvangasana, standing upside down.
Oh.
Shoulder stand. Shoulder stand. That I do in any case regularly.
The next word is youth.
Youth. Enthusiastic, but no direction in life. That is youth. Right direction is missing, but enthusiasm is there. That's youth.
Okay. The next word is India.
India. Oh, the land of India can become a global guru. India can help every country, every human with its richness of culture and yoga. And so this policy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole world is my family, is what India is. And so India is very, very good for everybody, every human should be looking at India and learning from India.
And it's so nice, Sam. And is I.I.M.U.N, our organization.
It's lovely, beautiful. You all are doing fantastic job. So, well, go ahead, go on doing. World needs such organization.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And with this, we end this live session. Thank you so much for being able to do this. It was such an honor that have this conversation with you, ma'am.
It was lovely. When youngsters are open to learn and listen, I'm very glad. So all the best to you all. Lots of love to you all and my blessings to you all.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. But everyone has so much to take away.
Thank you.